Hello everyone, you're watching Big Geek Planet, and it's morphin' time! I don't have a morpher. I used to. I am right in the middle of moving, and I'm waiting for a service to come pick up some of the stuff that I've packed up. So I figured while I was waiting, I'd make a video to share some Power Ranger memories with you guys. Instead of just drolling on about all things that I like about Power Rangers like I have done in the past with like my turtle videos or whatever, thought I'd do something a little bit different and just give you my top 5 childhood memories from the Power Rangers. You know, even though there's probably 1,000 other things that I should be doing to be helping move, why would I want to do that when I can make a YouTube video for you guys? So just as a forewarning for this video, I'm only going to be talking about the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, because that's all I really know. I never really got into any of the other versions of Power Rangers. I probably couldn't even name any of them. I know that it's still going on. They still make Power Rangers. They're super mega ultimate awesome force or whatever they call it nowadays, but I only know about Mighty Morphin, so that's what I'm going to be talking about in this video. So anyway, starting with number 5 on my Power Rangers top 5 memories. Power Rangers video games. I used to play all kinds of video games back in the day. I had a couple of Super Nintendo games where you could play either as a Power Ranger going around beating up the putties, then another one that was just a fighting game where you could actually play as the Zords, fight as the Zords against each other. Then one of my favorites was actually another Power Rangers video game that was on the Sega Game Gear. If you know what that is, you are awesome. It was like the first portable backlit game system. It was like yay big, it was gigantic, but it was portable, and it played these little cartridges, and it had the Power Rangers video game, and I used to play that non-stop when I was a kid. Number 4, any Mighty Morphin Power Rangers toy. When I was little, I was very, very spoiled and had just about every Power Rangers toy that you could think of. I had the giant action figures that were like 12 inches tall. I had all the weapons, the daggers, the bow, the sword, what else was there? The axe, the Blue Rangers, little sais they looked like, and came together and made the javelin. I had all the weapons, a lot of the Zords, the White Tiger Zord that started off as the tiger and then transformed into the Mega Zord, and it had the tail that became its sword, which was really cool, and you open up the mouth in the front when it became the Megazord, and just a little button on it, and you pushed it, and it shot a laser out of it, and it was just like a little 1-watt bulb, and made sounds and lit up. But it, you know, for a little kid, it was awesome, and actually I still miss it today. I probably will end up getting myself another one if they're anywhere around. I'm sure I can find one online for like triple the price of what it used to be. Unfortunately, I was a destructive little child and played with them like crazy, and any little bits or pieces that were on them, yeah, they'd get broken pretty quick. Number 3, anything to do with Tommy. Tommy gets his own little section here because he was the ultimate Power Ranger. Like, everybody loved Jason, and he was the main, you know, the Red Ranger. He was always the main big guy, and everybody liked him until Tommy came along. Then Tommy came with, at first, the Green Ranger and the Dragon Zord, and then later on got recreated into the White Ranger with the White Tiger Zord, and became the leader of the Power Rangers. And just pretty much anything he did, he dominated. He was the ultimate Power Ranger. That's why I liked my shirt that I got from my loot crate so much, because obviously I'm not the only one, or they wouldn't have made that shirt. Number 2 childhood memory from the Power Rangers, the Zord battles. They had one pretty much like 99% of the time. You were almost always guaranteed to get a Zord battle at the end of every episode. Rita or Lord Zed or whoever else would make one of their creatures grow to an enormous size, and you'd always get that last Zord fight in, and it was always amazing, especially when I was a little kid. Now, I've gone back and watched some Power Rangers episodes. I think they're up on Netflix now, And yeah, not quite as impressive now that I'm a little bit older, but I was a little kid and I was so gullible and so into the Power Rangers that I used to think that was the coolest thing I had no idea how they did it. It was like it blew my mind. How do they do that? How do they make everything so? I thought they made everything great big instead of, oh, these are just two guys in suits on a tiny set, or the city and stuff looks small. No, I thought that they somehow figured out how to make these like huge technical achievements and make these giant robots or something. But that was definitely something that really stuck with me for the Power Rangers, was watching those sword fights. They were amazing. That got me hooked right away. And my number one childhood memory of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is the first Power Rangers movie. I remember when it came out, I was so excited, and we saw it, I think I saw it for the first time at a drive-in theater, and so I got to watch it twice because I begged my mom to stay so that because they would do a movie, then a second movie, and then repeat the first movie. And I begged my mom to stay, and we stayed till like 2 o'clock in the morning just so I could see it again. And it was the most amazing thing ever. I loved that, it had a little bit better special effects. One of my favorite scenes from the first movie was when they fought for a while in their separate Zords. Always when you're watching the Power Rangers, they almost always automatically go to the Megazord because that's their most powerful one or whatever, but on this one you actually get to see them fight with like the bear, the wolf, the frog, and the ape, and all those different Zords, and I just remember it being really cool. And of course Tommy, again, he gets the coolest one. He gets this freaking huge falcon, this white falcon that shoots rockets out of its wings and everything. It was just, I don't know, it was like one of the most amazing things that I can remember as a kid. And actually, on that note, I heard that they're making a new movie, another like big blockbuster. They're rebooting them, making a big blockbuster movie out of it, live action. So I'm kind of curious to see how that's going to work. And they said that they're going to be doing the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and I just wonder what storyline they're going to do, if they're going to pull mostly from the show, or if they're just going to go a completely different way, or how kiddie or how adult it's going to be. Because when you're rebooting these things, you have to kind of consider both audiences, because obviously a lot of the stuff that I talk about, like Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers, stuff like that, it's marketed toward children. However, the ones that are the fans of it and the ones that spend the most money on it are the people that are my age, the people that are my age or even a little bit older, who grew up with that stuff and now it's nostalgic to them. So they want these movie companies to take them a little bit more seriously, even though it's a out of the realm premise. They still want them to take it more seriously, kind of like they do with the comic book movies now. And I'm really hoping that they do that with the Power Rangers, so that way they might make a couple of them. And just don't get Michael Bay involved. That's my only thing. Don't do a Ninja Turtles to it, please. I know it's going to be so tempting with Zords and everything to make them look like Transformers and stuff like that, but yeah, let's not do that. Let's just keep him out of it. Find somebody else. That would be great. So yeah, those are my top 5 childhood memories of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I would love to hear from you guys what your Power Ranger memories are, what your best memories of them are, or different versions of them. If you liked a certain version, if you came into the Power Ranger game a little bit later than I did, and you like a certain version better or one of the newer versions, let me know. Leave it down in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it. If you're finding me for the first time, please make sure you subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and keep coming back checking for new videos. My schedule's kind of all over the place right now, but it'll get a little bit more regular once I get done with all this moving. Loot Crate's coming soon, in the next day or two, so I'll definitely be posting that here pretty soon. Be sure you watch out for that for June's Loot Crate, and I'm also going to be getting my second Marvel Collector Core, so be sure to watch for that as well. Well, that's going to be it for me this time, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and before I go, remember, ain't no Zord like a Megazord. Okay, bye.